All right. I'm Glen Darcy, Vice President of Product Management for Arturia. I'm here with Sonic State to talk about our new audio fused audio interface. With the audio fuse, we designed it around a couple kind of core ideas. One was audio quality that you're not going to find in any other small portable interface. Two was connectivity, and three was workflow. So to talk about the audio quality first.
Hold on, did I just see velvet on the
inside? Yeah, there's velvet, blue velvet. So to talk about the audio quality a little bit, we're using AKM's premium A to D converters. If you go to AKM's webpage, you'll see the standard series and you'll see the premium series. And most of the competition that you're going to find in the same range, you're going to see them using the standard quality A to Ds. We're using the premium ones, more expensive, better quality. To work with those A to Ds, we wanted to build a mic preamp that was even higher quality than the A to Ds to make sure that we're getting the full quality out of that conversion system. So we built our discrete Pro mic preamps. They're fully discrete. We've limited things like the number of capacitors in the circuit. We wanted to keep the noise level as low as we could. Our initial specifications are showing it's about minus 129 in these things. They're going to be very low noise. That was our initial specs. Every unit's going to ship with a printed spec sheet from a Audio Precision, so you'll see what your individual unit ranks out at. We've also built really high gain. So we're running 75 dB of gain. A lot of other people will limit the amount of gain on it because they have a higher noise floor. So when you kick that gain up, you're going to hear that noise floor.
So it'll run ribbons all right, will it?
Yeah, so we can sit there and run, all kinds of mics. With ribbons, we actually have a smart Phantom Power 48 volt. We have a smart one for when you disconnect, it won't leave it on. You can plug in a mic very safely, knowing that you're not going to blow the thing up. So we have true 48 volt Phantom. We have a phase invert on each channel. We have a 20 dB pad, and then we have a mic line instrument choice here. Most companies would say, oh, this is our 14 channel interface. We're calling it our 2 channel because it's got 2 of our mic preamps. The reality is it's a 14 input interface. So we've got the 2 mic ins. On the back panel, we've got 2 instrument inputs, or line in, actually. We have a phono input with an RIA preamp. You can switch internally with software between which of those 2 are active. You've got inserts, and it's USB 2.0 class compliant. Now we've also using a very new chipset here that's giving us very extreme clock stability, and it's handling the packet data in a certain way that we're able to get 3 milliseconds round trip latency on this thing. So as low as 3 milliseconds round trip in USB 2. So the good thing about using USB 2 is it will work on your Mac and your PC and your Android and your iOS. We also have a USB hub built into it, so we've got 3 outputs on that. You got MIDI in and out. You've got word clock in and out, which is unusual in a portable interface. They can also be switched to SPDIF. ADAT in and out as well. On the speakers, we have speaker A and B. So you can, off the front panel button here, we've got a speaker A-B button. So you can set it up for your 2 different monitors and be going back and forth. We'll have a software editor that'll allow you to calibrate the maximum level of speaker A and speaker B. So if I've got some big ones and a small near field, I can set them both to 86 dB listening environment, calibrate them within the software so that they're exactly the same when I switch A, B, and back and forth. So I get a true A-B system. You've got a master output level here, so I can always turn them down, but when I turn them all the way back up, they'll come up to that calibrated setting. You've got a talkback situation here, so that you can talk back to somebody that you're recording to. If I'm recording in my home studio, I might want to listen to the main bus, but the other person listening on headphones might want to have a separate monitor feed. So we can set up a monitor main bus. It's really a 4 output device.
Well, and also that means that you can bus stuff out and process it as well, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. You could use that as a separate bus going out to something else, which is a nice feature. On each of the headphones, You can choose whether it's master or monitor, and then you also have a stereo mono collapse on it, so you can be checking any kind of stereo recording you're doing.
What's the rate of the ADAT port? What formats does it do in ADAT?
Oh, in ADAT, you can do optical SPDIF, and then you can do 8 channels of ADAT. It's a single ADAT port, so you can go up to the 48K 24-bit on the ADAT. The device itself supports up to 192K 24-bit. And it's all in a nice aluminum chassis with a nice aluminum cap plate with blue velvet. We're actually going to have 3 different colored waves on this, so you'll have it in silver, gray, and a black. We've got those shown elsewhere on the booth. So you can choose your own style.
So it's been interesting, you've really gone for the kind of big splash.
Yeah,
it's hard to do with an audio interface, right?
Yeah, with an audio interface, I mean, it's like more people sit there and say, oh, audio interface, and it's sleep-inducing. So we really want to look at what other people are not doing correctly. The one knob thing, I was using a situation where I'm a sax player, and I'm recording myself and somebody else, and I wanted to turn up my headphones on one of the one knob ones. So I go to turn up the headphone, and I ended up adjusting the other saxophone level because I had to sit there and step back and through and go around the cycle of menus and stuff. So something as simple as that, it's just frustrating in a setup of now I've got to try to dial it back to where it was the same. So I just want an input level. I just want an output level. Give me a knob and a button for these things.
What about the USB host? The USB host ports, has that got any special functionality? Can that allow you to class compliant plug in iPads and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's class compliant, fully class compliant, so you'll be able to plug in an iPad, an Android system. I was just talking to a developer from Google here. We were discussing the Android stuff, so he said, oh yeah, class compliant, it'll plug right into an Android.
So that would show up just as a USB port rather than something that's coming into the audio fuse, right?
Right, yeah. We don't need any drivers on this. We're going to supply a very low latency Windows driver. Just because the Windows built-in audio system needs a really high-quality driver. So it'll be better than any of the things that you're going to, normally download for free that people are using with PCs. But that's also why we wanted to go USB 2 on the thing, was because so many others are only Mac, with the Thunderbolt, and they make it difficult there's a lot of guys out there with PCs out there still.
And so I guess the how much and when question needs to be answered.
Is how much?
How much and when?
When will be second quarter of 2015. The how much, we're looking at a list price of $599, so a street price, map price of $549.
US dollars, right?
US dollars, yeah.
Glenn, thank you very much.
Thank you.